ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। आप सभी का स्वागत है।
We welcome all of you
इस गीता के
to today's Bhagavad Gita class.
और हम अध्ययन कर रहे हैं
We are studying
5वें अध्याय का 19वां श्लोक।
5th chapter, verse number 19.
भगवान ने पहले बताया कि किस प्रकार
Bhagavan
से
told earlier how
ज्ञान के कारण मोहित है।
the jiva remains deluded due to ignorance. And then Bhagavan said,
विदुरित हो गया है
those whose self-ignorance has been dispelled
से प्रकाशित होता है
by jnana, their Atma Swarupa is illuminated just like
वस्तु प्रकाशित हो जाती है,
sunrise illuminates all the objects.
दिखाई नहीं देती हैं।
In the darkness of the night, we cannot see
का उदय होता
the objects, but when sun arises, then the objects become visible.
और इस प्रकार के व्यक्ति के लिए उन्होंने कहा कि
For this type of person, he said that such a person, he becomes situated in equanimity, in samatha. This is what he also had described in the previous verse. One who has equal vision,
उसको कहा था
who is established in equanimity, how he sees. So
सुनी चैव सुपाके च पंडिता समदर्शिना। तो समदर्शी के ऊपर हमने चर्चा किया कि
we discussed about Samadarshi. Such a person is Samadarshi, not Samavarti. He has equal vision because at the level of Atma we are all equal, and whatever differences are there, they are only at the level of the body. In this verse, Bhagavan is telling that
की है
one who has been situated
का साक्ष्य
in such equal vision, meaning one who has realized the tattva,
नाम क्या निकलता है
then what is the result?
हम यहाँ पर कर रहे हैं
That is what he is describing here.
सर्वो येषाम साम्ये स्थितम मनः निर्दोषम ही समम ब्रह्म तस्माद् ब्रह्मणि ते स्थिताः। जिनका मन समत्व में स्थित है वे संसार में रहते हुए
Translation: For those whose minds are established in equanimity, material bondage is overcome even while they are present in this world, because Brahman is flawless and is itself the state of equanimity. For this reason, those endowed with equal vision are situated in Brahman, the non-dual absolute reality. So here the important point that Bhagavan is telling is that it is about equal vision,
उसका मन
meaning that such a person, his mind is established in equanimity, because whatever dualities we experience them through the mind.
जैसे
Like
हम सांस लेते हैं
we breathe,
तो सांस बाहर वायु एक
so
लेकिन जब हम सांस
the air outside and what we breathe is same only, but when we breathe the air gets divided in two parts, because we have two nostrils, the left and the right,
में ईड़ा पिंगला
and then there is Ida, Pingala, Surya,
कोई वायु बाहर से
Chandra. So the Vayu, it goes inside and it gets divided in two parts, and then they have different effect.
को गर्मी देती है
One gives heat to the body
करती है।
and one gives coolness to the body.
तो इसी प्रकार से बाहर की जितनी भी वस्तुएं हैं
In this same way, all the objects outside, they are all of same type only. They are summer. But when they enter our mind through the senses, then they get divided in two parts, favorable and unfavorable.
लगना
We have our raga dvesh, in that attachment and aversion, what we like and what we dislike, and on the basis of that we work, we react.
वस्तु हमको अच्छी लगती है
If we like the object,
ग्रहण करना
then we want to obtain that, and if we dislike it, then we want to stay away from that. And our entire life
चलता है
works on this principle only.
क्रियाएं हैं वो सब या तो हम कुछ
Whatever actions we perform,
छोड़ने की इच्छा
basically we are either trying to obtain something or we are trying to give up something.
ये व्याकरण की दृष्टि से वो कहते हैं कि जितनी भी क्रियाएं
That's why from the point of view of Vyakaran, it says that whatever actions you do, they can be divided in 4 or 5 categories. Either you create something,
कार्य
or
संस्कार्य
Vikarya, Samskarya, Prapya and Tyajya.
तो या तो उसको प्राप्त कर रहे हैं जो पहले से
Either you are trying to obtain what you have, or you are trying to give up, or you are trying to make some change in what you have. Let's say you heat something, you mix something, that is samskarya.
यही सब
You're trying to improve its quality. This is what we do all the time.
जिनका मन साम्य में स्थित होता है
But those whose minds are established in equanimity,
पिछले श्लोक में भगवान ने किया था
what was described in the previous verse by Bhagavan, what type of vision they have.
यहाँ बता रहे हैं कि किस
So that is what he is trying to explain here, how they become liberated. Being situated in Brahman means they become liberated. They overcome the bondage of the material world.
माने सृष्टि
The sarga, which means creation.
क्या द्वैत प्रपंच
And what is this sarga? The creation.
दो शब्दों का प्रयोग किया जाता है संस्कृत में एक प्रपंच
In Sanskrit we have two words, prapancha and samsara.
तो प्रपंच तो जो भौतिक
So,
वस्तुओं से
prapancha means what is made of the material elements. That is what we call prapancha,
पंच महाभूत
made of
और
5
संसार
elements.
संसार भी कहते हैं
And samsara
प्रपंच में अंतर
is also this only. What is the difference between samsara and prapancha? Samsara means how we see this.
पसंद है दूसरी चीज पसंद नहीं एक
We like one thing, we dislike another thing. We like one person, we dislike another person. This is samsara.
सही है
So prapancha is
मिथ्या नहीं है वो सब
true. It is not false.
जो हम अपना राग द्वेष डालकर देखते
But
हैं वही
when we invest our rag dvesh in this prapancha, then it becomes the cause of bondage. So Bhagavan is telling here
कि उन्होंने यहीं पर ही
that here only
को जीत लिया
this person, he has overcome the
ये उनकी समाप्त
material world, meaning his duality is gone. And what is the reason?
क्योंकि उनका
Situated in samya, in equanimity. His mind is situated in equanimity.
तो वास्तव में हमारा जो मन है
So actually our mind,
उसका मूल रूप समता में स्थित रहना ही है
it is originally established in
क्योंकि
equanimity only, because it is made up of sattvic ahankara. From the point of Sankhya, from Prakriti Mahatattva, and from Mahatattva to Ahankar, and then Ahankar has 3 divisions: Sattva, Rajas and Tamas.
सात्विक अहंकार से मन बनता है
So from Sattvic Ahankar, mind is created, Devatas appear,
और राजसिक
and
इंद्रिय
from Rajasic Ahankar,
अहंकार से
there are the senses. From Tamasic Ahankar, there are the 5 Mahabhutas, the 5 Tanmatras.
मन जो है वो सात्विक
So mind, it is made of Sattvic Ahankara. The point is that mind
है
is actually originally peaceful only.
और जब वो अपने स्वरूप से उसको हटा दिया जाता है तब उस
And when it is taken away from its Swarupa, then there is
होती है
Vikriti.
तीन स्थिति होती
Means
है एक
any object has 3 states. One is Prakriti, Vikriti and Samskriti.
जैसे एक फल है
Like say there is a fruit,
तो केला पेड़
it's a banana, you get it from the tree. So it has its prakritic state, the natural state.
दिन गर्मी में
And if you just keep it for a long time
कृतिक उसमें
in the summer, it will
और उसको आप
start rotting. So that will be Vikriti. And if you want to eat, you may put some masala or anything. Then there is Samskriti, means you try to improve the taste.
तो उसी प्रकार मन की जो
Similarly,
स्थिति है
the original state of the mind is Sattvic.
सत्व में
And
कोई विकार नहीं होता
there is no vikar in Sattva.
होता है रजोगुण से
Vikar happens through Rajogun.
विकार आते हैं वो सब रजोगुण से आते हैं
Whatever vikaras happen, they happen through Rajogun.
तो इसलिए भगवान जब गीता में
That is why in Gita, when Bhagavan explains Jnana
का ज्ञान है तो सत्य
in the 18th chapter,
सर्वभूतेषु येनैकं भावम अव्ययम ईक्षते अविभक्तम विभक्तेषु तज्ज्ञानम विद्धि सात्विकम अविभक्तम विभक्तेषु ये जो विभक्त ये जो भिन्न भिन्न शरीर हैं
these different bodies which are there,
रूप से देखना कि एक ही
seeing them with
सब जगह स्थित है
equal vision that same Brahman is situated.
तो उसको
What Bhagavan is telling Brahman. So that is, Bhagavan says that is Sattvic Jnana.
अव्ययम ईक्षते अव्यय भाव तो अव्यय भाव आत्मा
To have Avyaya Bhav.
या परमात्मा
So Atma or Paramatma, because body is not Avyaya.
हम अपने शरीर को देखते हैं
Body is always changeable. We see how our body is always changing with time. Even if we don't do anything, still it undergoes change. You can check your childhood photo
कितना अंतर आ गया
and your current photo, how much difference has happened.
जो गीता में भगवान ने कहा कि
So what Bhagavan tells in Gita,
शरीर किस प्रकार से युवा अवस्था पर जरा
that how body, it goes through youth, goes through old age, but there is no such change in the Atma. It is always same.
सात्विक ज्ञान बोलते हैं
So having knowledge of that, that is called Sattvic knowledge. In Bhagavatam also, Bhagavan says,
रजो वैकल्पिकम चेत प्राकृतम तामसम ज्ञानम मन्निष्ठम तो निर्गुणम। भगवान संबंधित ज्ञान निर्गुण है।
knowledge related to Bhagavan is Nirguna, and having the vision of oneness, that is Sattvic knowledge. So the point is that our mind,
इस श्लोक में भगवान ने
that's why in this verse Bhagavan has used the word mind,
साम्य अवस्था
that
में स्थित है।
mind is situated in the state of equanimity.
वो स्वाभाविक ही ऐसा है नहीं कि अपने अपने स्वभाव
So that is naturally, it is naturally like that.
चाहिए।
Means it should be like that.
बच्चा होता है,
Like a child,
जो पैदा होता है छोटा बच्चा,
when the child is born,
तो क्या आगे आगे क्या बड़ा करके क्या बनेगा, कैसे करेगा, कल क्या करेगा, परसों क्या करेगा, ऐसा
what he will do in future, he doesn't think about that. The child never thinks about the future. He doesn't even think about the past, what happened in the previous day.
उसको दूध पिला दिया फिर सो गया आपने।
If you feed him milk, he drinks milk and sleeps. If they has some problem, he cries. Otherwise, he is peaceful. Why?
भी इंद्रियां हैं, आँख
He also has senses,
देखता है,
same sense organs. He can see, he can hear.
चित्त में जो है ना
But right now,
है, लेकिन वो संस्कार वासनाओं के रूप में पड़ा हुआ है।
the samskaras are there in the chitta, but they are just lying dormant as vasanas.
अभी उसकी सृष्टि ठीक से हुई नहीं, अभी बढ़ा नहीं है, वो
It has not grown properly,
गया नहीं है।
and there is nothing much going from outside to inside in the chitta. That's why a child is peaceful. Why do you all like children? Small children appear attractive. Why? Because his mind is peaceful. There is no vikara there. Like say, if you see some
देखते हैं तो कितना
deity of Buddha or any painting, he appears so peaceful.
तो बच्चा इसी प्रकार से होता है।
So child is also like this only.
कई बार ऐसा भी बोलते हैं कि बच्चे की तरह हो जाओ।
Many times we also say that you should be like a child. In the spiritual field, you should be like a child.
उसका कहने का मतलब ये नहीं कि आप
Point is not that you become childish or foolish, but your mind should be peaceful like that of a child. Or let's say there are animals, say cow, buffalo, dog, cat.
नहीं रखते हैं ना कि पहले क्या हुआ,
They do not keep memory of what happened earlier.
जो है वो
Slight memory is there
होता है।
because their chitta is not so developed.
तो इसलिए वो भी एकदम
That's why
तो दिखाई देते हैं,
they also appear peaceful.
उनको कोई तनाव नहीं होता है जी।
They do not have tension, any anxiety.
भोजन कर लिया उसके बाद वो ये चिंता
They
नहीं करते,
eat their food and then they do not worry what you will get in the evening,
समय खा लिया,
what will eat tomorrow.
कुत्ता खाया आपने,
If you get food,
पूंछ हिला देना,
if the dog gets the food, the dog is happy, goes away, he will sleep.
क्योंकि उनका जो चित्त है
Because his chitta
वो ज्यादा विकसित नहीं है।
is not much developed.
ऐसे समझे कि चित्त वास्तव में है नहीं,
Or you can say as if there is no chitta only.
तो इसको आप ऐसे समझ सकते हैं कि जैसे आपका कंप्यूटर है,
So you can understand it like this, that suppose you purchase a new computer
इसमें आपने कोई ज्यादा प्रोग्राम
and
डाले नहीं,
you have not installed some too many programs or all.
कीबोर्ड है
So
तो करोगे तो उसमें,
if you switch it on, you will not get anything.
लेकिन क्योंकि हार्ड डिस्क में कुछ है ही नहीं तो उसमें
If there is nothing in the hard disk, what will you get?
तो बच्चा पशु पक्षी ऐसे ही होते हैं।
So children, animals, birds, they are like this only.
हमारा हार्ड
And we grown up adults, our hard disk is full.
में से कुछ ना कुछ निकलता रहता
So always something or the other keeps coming out from that. When we see something outside, we react to that.
है। मन जो है वो सामने के
So our mind, it cannot remain in the state of equanimity.
देखा तो उससे कुछ ना कुछ
You see something and then you start reacting,
संस्कार अंदर से बोलता है।
because then the samskaras come out.
यहाँ जो बताया है
So here what is said,
साम्य स्थिति मन है कि ये जो योग है, कर्म योग, ज्ञान योग,
the yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga, whatever Bhagavan is telling,
आप उस तरह के हो जाओ जैसे बच्चा होता है, आपकी
so
तो रहेगी,
you have to be like a child, meaning your hard disk will be there, but you will not be affected by that.
तब होगा जब आपको
And this is possible only when
का अनुभव हो जाएगा। जाएंगे,
you will have experience, realization of
उसका
Atma.
साक्षात्कार हो जाएगा,
Here, jnana means experiencing.
पहुंच जाएंगे।
So, you will reach this state.
नहीं तो
Otherwise,
जितना भी
whatever
जीवन चलता है
life continues,
संस्कारों से
it just continues based on our samskaras.
पैदा करते रहते
And we create new samskaras also, meaning we implicate ourselves more and more in the bondage.
हैं, रस्सी से बांधा हुआ है,
Meaning new samskaras is like, suppose you are bound and then you somebody binds you more and more with new and newer ropes. So we are binding ourselves more and more with new ropes
कुछ विचार, कुछ
because we create new samskaras, then they give rise to new thoughts, new desires, new emotions in the mind.
और उसका मूल कारण क्या है कि
And what is the main reason for that?
तादाद में
That is, when we establish
मूल कारण
oneness with the body, mind, the main reason is ajnana, ignorance only, what Bhagavan had told earlier.
तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः, तो पूरा मोह का कारण जो है वो अज्ञान
The main reason of this moha delusion is ignorance, ajnana, and we remain bewildered due to that.
जैसे है उसको वैसा ना समझना,
Remaining bewildered means what?
चीजों में सुख दुख
Not understanding something as it is.
हमको सुख दुख प्राप्त होगा,
So those things in which there is no happiness or distress, we think that those objects will give us happiness or distress.
स्वरूप समझना,
Understanding this body to be myself, that is moha.
ये दोनों ठीक है,
I also exist, body also exists. Both are truth.
क्या नहीं है,
Is not false. The world is also not false.
किसी में द्वेष
But having raga or dvesha, attachment, aversion,
मूल आधार है वो हमारा
and the
शरीर में अपनापन,
base of all that is body, having
देखते हैं
considering body to be mine,
और वही सब,
and then seeing everything in relation to my body.
और संसार कुछ नहीं है,
That vision is samsara.
संसार नहीं है,
That otherwise there is no samsara. It is all prapancha only.
तो
So this is the difference between prapancha and samsara. So being in the state of equanimity,
यही योग सिखाता है, इसलिए पतंजलि का योग भी यही है,
this is what yoga teaches us.
उन्होंने कहा है कि योग
This is Patanjali Yoga. What Patanjali says,
स्थानम, अपने स्वरूप में स्थित होना, तो वास्तव
being situated in the Swarupa. So actually we are situated in our Swarupa only, but because of Raga Dvesha,
और पहुंच जाते हैं
we reach somewhere else
केवल अपने मन के कारण,
just due to our mind.
तो ये सब मनोमूलक संसार है,
So the mind is manomulak. Everything is due to mind only.
तो मन से ही है, मन
If you love something, somebody, then it is
द्वेष करता
through mind only. If you envy somebody, you are jealous, that is also through your mind only.
से ही चल रहा है।
So this is all happening through mind only.
संस्कृत में आदमी को मनुष्य बोलते हैं, मानव बोलते हैं,
That's why in Sanskrit, human being is called Manav or Manushya because he works through mind only. So keeping this mind in equanimity, going above Raga Dvesh and seeing, then you see equality everywhere. Like when we walk on the earth, we see this is man, this is woman.
अगर आप ऊपर चले जाएं,
But if you go up,
बैठे हुए
if
देखने तो आपको
you are sitting in the aeroplane and look down, will you understand who is man, woman? You will not be able to see. You may understand that there is somebody,
कीड़े मकोड़े चल रहे हैं,
like some worms are moving, insects,
भेद तो नहीं आएगा, सब समान,
but you will not be able to differentiate.
तो कहने का मतलब
You will see them with equal vision.
राग द्वेष से ऊपर उठ,
So the point is that when we rise above Raga Dvesh, attachment, aversion, then we see everything with equality.
तो उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम
Now that does not mean
स्त्री पुरुष का भेद मालूम नहीं होगा,
that we will not know the difference of man and woman, but what will happen is that even knowing the difference, there will be no vikara in our mind that this is favorable, this is unfavorable. So that is the state of equanimity. And Bhagavan has
अध्याय से
given lot of emphasis on samata, equanimity.
सिद्धो सिद्धो समभूत्वा समत्वम योग उच्यते, यहाँ भी सम, पहले भी आगे भी,
Here also, earlier also, many times Bhagavan has used the word sama. So,
समता की स्थिति
this state of equality,
बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
this is very important.
तो समता का मतलब सम्यक ज्ञान में स्थित है.
Samata means to be situated in Samyak Gyan, complete knowledge.
संस्कृत में एक
Because in Sanskrit there
माँ
is
का मतलब होता है
a
ज्ञान.
word ma. Ma means Gyan, knowledge.
शब्द सुना ना, प्रमा. प्रमा का
Like
मतलब
Prama.
ठीक ज्ञान.
Prama means correct knowledge. So pra is just the prefix. It is mainly ma only.
जो हो
And that which is with ma, that is sama.
तो इसलिए मन को समता में लाने का मतलब माने
That is
सम्यक
why
की स्थिति में लाना. वही
bringing the mind in the state of equanimity means having complete knowledge. And another meaning of ma also is Lakshmi, like Madhav is the husband of Lakshmi, Lakshmipati.
सम का मतलब होता है जो
So
लक्ष्मी के साथ
Sama also means one who is with Lakshmi,
है. सम नारायण.
that is Narayana.
तो सामने में स्थित
So being situated in Samya means being situated in Bhagavan,
भगवान की गोदी में ही बैठे हुए हैं.
to sit in his on his lap. So actually everyone is on his lap only, everything is inside him, but we do not have that vision.
ते नहीं है.
We do not think like this.
समस्याएं आती हैं.
That is why there are so many problems,
समता पैदा हो जाती है.
and then so much
जड़ भरत था
problems arise.
तो समता की स्थिति में
Like Jada Bharat, he was in the state of equanimity.
उसके भाइयों ने उसको खेत पे रख दिया. रखवाली
His brothers kept him on the field.
रखवाली तो करता नहीं था. जो
So
चिड़िया आ गई तो
he was kept there for taking care of the crops. But then when he used to see birds there, he used to feed them also. Then he was removed from the field.
जंगल में जो व्यक्ति था उसको पकड़ के देवी का बलि चढ़ाने के लिए ले गए.
So some people in the forest, they took him to
तो खिलाया पिलाया नहीं.
sacrifice him for the Devi. So he was fed, he was dressed. But then when it was time for
नहीं कर सकी.
chopping off his head for the sacrifice, then Devi could not tolerate, and Devi killed everyone there. And then Jad Bharat, he was roaming in the forest, and one person who was carrying the palanquin of Rahugana, he became sick. Then they brought Jad Bharat.
तो इस तरह की स्थिति
So Jad Bharat was above this vision of samsara.
ऐसे बन जाओ.
So that is possible, although Bhagavan is not telling you become like that. No, in bhakti path we have to do seva.
सेवा करनी.
So we have to do seva, being situated in the state of equanimity. And actually seva is only possible when you are in the state of equanimity. Otherwise we fall into raga dvesh, then this politics starts. He has taken my seva, why should I do this, why should I do that?
वीणा से तभी निकलता है जब तार जो है जो ना तो ज्यादा खींचे हुए हैं
So from veena the music
ना ज्यादा ढीले.
comes out only when the strings are not too loose or not too tight.
संगीत निकलता है.
Then only it will emit musical sound. Similarly, our mind also, not being too envious, not being too attached.
खींचता है.
Dvesha, it makes the mind very
सॉफ्ट हो जाते हैं.
tight, and raga makes it loose. When you have attachment, you become soft towards that person, and when you become envious, then you become very hard-hearted towards that person
ढीला हो जाता है.
due to the ahankara.
तो अहंकार को आप ऐसे ही समझिए जैसे
So you can take that ahankara like the string of the veena, musical instrument.
की स्थिति में रखना है.
You have to keep it
राग द्वेष से मुक्त.
in balanced. That is only possible when you are free of attachment and aversion.
में
Only then
के संसार
you can see this samsara actually as it is. Otherwise, currently whatever we are seeing is
विकृत मन से देख रहे हैं.
we are seeing the world through a very
कैटरैक्ट हो जाए,
deformed state of mind,
हो जाए.
with a corrupted mind.
तो अभी हमारी ऐसी स्थिति है.
Like a person, if he has disease in the eyes, he can't see properly. So our state is like that. Like something is written on the wall.
है तो आपको अपना
If you have to see, if you have to read, then you have to at least keep your head stable. If I tell you, you keep moving your head and read what is written on the wall, how will you be able to read?
कुछ है दिखाई पड़ेगा लेकिन क्या है वो ठीक से
You will be able to see, but you will not be able to read clearly.
जब तक हमारा मन जो है
Similarly,
वो ऐसे ऐसे हिलता रहेगा
as long as our mind is wavering,
ठीक से समझ नहीं पाएगा संसार
then it will not be able to understand properly what is this samsara, what is this world.
जब वो स्थिर हो
But
जाएगा तब
when it will become stable,
भगवान की सृष्टि है।
then you will see that this is actually all the creation of Bhagavan only.
तो वो दृष्टि हमें तभी आएगी
So that vision is only possible in that case
जब मन सामने में
when
स्थित होगा
the mind will be established in the state of equanimity.
इसी जीवन में
And here means in this life itself, not that
कांट का मार्ग है उसमें सब
like in the path of karma kanda, after dying you go to swarga, you get apsaras there, you will drink amrita, you will roam around in the nandan kanan. So there you are being shown some dream what will happen in next life, but right now you just continue working according to the karma kanda rules. But bhakti is not like that. In bhakti, right now you have to experience in this life itself.
भगवान ने कहा यह एव तैर्जिता और तय में बहुवचन का प्रयोग किया है उन्होंने
And in Tai he has used plural. That means
ऐसा नहीं कि एक दो सबके लिए
it means it is possible for everyone, not just for one person.
के लिए संभव
This equal vision is possible for everyone.
है हमको कार्य करना होगा
And for that we will have to work.
उसके लिए साधना करनी होगी
We have to do sadhana.
साधना का मतलब यही है या तो
Sadhana means
चंचलम अस्तरम ततो ततो नियमेत आत्मनियम तो जहाँ जहाँ मन जाता है
wherever your mind wavers due to raga dvesh, mind wherever mind runs,
इधर ही आ जाओ
you bring it back.
शांत हो जाओ
Sit here, sit peacefully.
कोई यहाँ ओलंपिक
Don't run all the time. You don't have to run in an Olympic race or a marathon.
तो नहीं तो मन हमारा मैराथन में ही रहता है दिन में भी रात को भी
Otherwise, our mind is always in the state of marathon, in the wakeful stage or the sleeping dream stage. So,
वीणा का संगीत निकलेगा
we have to be balanced. Then only there will be the music of Veena in our life and we will experience Ananda. Ananda is not going to come from somewhere outside.
ब्रह्म जो है वो
So, Brahma is nirdosha, it is free of fault. There is no vikar in Brahma.
नहीं होता भगवान ने कहा ना
There is no vikar in the Atma also, Bhagavan said already.
तो आत्मा के स्तर पर ही विकार नहीं है ब्रह्म में संभावना ही नहीं है
When there is no vikar at the state of Atma itself, then where is the question of any vikar in Brahma?
शुद्ध आत्मा भी है ऐसा
Brahma also means pure Atma. This is what Sri Ramanujacharya ji has explained. He has explained Brahma as Shuddha Atma, not Brahma Paramatma Bhagavan. But he has explained like that. Sri Jiva Goswami ji also explains probably in Paramatma Samandarbha or somewhere else. I do not remember clearly.
श्लोक को कहीं उठाते हैं
But Sri Jiva Goswami also,
ब्रह्म शब्द
he
जीव ही करते हैं
takes up this verse somewhere in the Sandarbha
निर्दोष
and he explains it as Jiva.
ब्रह्म यानी कि जो जीव है
Because Brahma means the Jiva that is also free of fault only.
अहंकार शरीर में होते हैं
The faults are in Chitta, Ahankara. Atma is pure. It is Shuddha, Buddha.
ये उसका गुण है तो इसलिए
So this is its quality.
हम स्थित हो जाएंगे हम
So if we become situated at the level of Atma,
का स्थित मतलब अपने स्वरूप में हम स्थित हों अगर हम ब्रह्म
if we become situated in our Swarupa,
में स्थित हों जो कि योग सूत्र में भी कहा है कि तदा दृष्टि
because in Yoga Sutra also it is said,
तो मुक्त हो जाएंगे आप
so you will become Mukta.
यही व्याख्या श्री सुखदेव जी ने की है मुक्ति हित्वा
This
यथा रूप
Shukdev ji has explained like this.
तो अन्य रूप को छोड़कर अपने स्वरूप में स्थित हो जाना ही मुक्ति
So giving up the other Rupa and becoming situated in the Swarupa, that is Mukti. So what is that Anya Rupa?
के हम
It is this only,
अपनापन
that
तादाद में किसी वस्तु से कर लेते हैं शरीर से अपना तादाद
we establish oneness, tadatmya with something else, and then we
क्षमता आएगी
get removed from our Swarupa, and then there will be suffering.
ये बात, आप अपने स्वरूप से भिन्न शरीर को भी आप अपने आप मानते हैं,
We consider the body to be our own, and
स्वभाव के विरुद्ध काम कीजिए, आपको
the body also has a swabhava. If you work against the swabhava, then you will suffer.
स्वरूप तो आत्मा है, तो आत्मा के स्तर पर अगर हम
So our swarupa is Atma. If we work at the
आनंद आएगा,
being situated at the state of Atma, we will be very happy.
तो शरीर समझने लगे,
And if we give it up, we consider ourselves as body, jada, padartha, then we are ourselves sowing the seed of suffering.
तो इसलिए
So this ajnana is the seed of suffering.
यहाँ पर ये कहा है कि तस्मात् ब्रह्मणि ते स्थितः,
That's why here it is said,
है और ब्रह्म निर्विकार है,
be situated at the state of Brahma.
का मन समता में रहेगा, मन में कोई विषमता, कोई विकार कुछ नहीं आएगा।
So then there will be no vishamata or vikar in the mind.
इसका जो ऐसा व्यक्ति जिसका मन जो है वो
So such a person whose mind is situated in the state of samatha,
किस प्रकार से व्यवहार करता
then how he behaves being in this world, that is described in the next verse by Bhagavan.
और आगे वाला श्लोक को ऐसे भी देख सकते हैं
And you can understand the next verse also in another way, that those who are perfected beings, the Siddha Purushas, how they behave in this world.
आगे वाला
That is how the sadhak has to do sadhana.
सकता है कि एक साधक को किस प्रकार से साधना करनी,
So this verse can be seen in two ways, that one is how a sadhak should do sadhana, and the other how Siddha Purushas they function.
न प्रहस्येत प्रियम प्राप्य नोद्विजेत प्राप्य च प्रियम स्थिर बुद्धि रसमूढ़ो ब्रह्मविद ब्रह्मणि स्थितः, जो ब्रह्म ज्ञानी ब्रह्म में
The knower of the Absolute, who is established in Brahman, whose intelligence is stable and who is undeluded, is neither elated by obtaining what is pleasant nor perturbed by obtaining what is unpleasant.
तो यहाँ पर न प्रहस्येत, उसका अर्थ तो होता है कि हर्षित नहीं होना चाहिए, लेकिन
So here na prarishyet, it means that he should not be elated.
ऐसा किया जाता है अगर हम इसको सिद्ध पुरुष की दृष्टि से देखें,
But if we see it from the angle of the Siddha Purushas,
क्या उसके लिए प्रहस्येत है, इसको नहीं होना चाहिए।
for Siddha Purusha means he does not become elated, and for Sadhaka it means he should not become elated.
कार इस प्रकार की प्रतिक्रिया नहीं करनी चाहिए,
He should not react like this.
यहाँ उसको प्रसन्न नहीं होना चाहिए या प्रसन्न
So
नहीं होता है, इसका मतलब क्या है?
he should not become elated or he does not become elated. What does it mean? It means that when we face some favorable situation or favorable person, then we become happy. And when we have unfavorable situation or unfavorable person,
वो मिलती है,
unfavorable object, then
उससे द्वेष होता है, हमको अच्छा नहीं।
we become
तो सिद्ध पुरुष
averse to that.
का मन समता में स्थित
We have hatred.
करता है, इसका मतलब
So for the when you say the Siddha Purusha, he does not become elated, it means he also understands what is favorable and unfavorable. It is not that he does not experience that there is lot of heat,
स्वादिष्ट है,
or this is very cold, or this food is very tasty. Because even if a Siddha Purusha he keeps some item of food on his tongue, then it is the swabhava of the tongue or the indriyas, that whatever they can experience, they will convey that experience to you. If a Siddha Purusha opens his eyes, he will also see in front what you are seeing. Even a dog is seeing that. If there is a tree in front, even a dog is seeing that. Ordinary human being also sees that. A perfected being also sees that. But reactions are different according to the state of mind.
भक्ति विकसित है। तो एक ही वस्तु जो है वो तीन प्रकार से
So one object, it is seen in three different ways.
देखता है गुण पर, और मांस
Same woman, if is seen by a young man or a yogi or a dog sees as a piece of meat, and a yogi sees that there is so much all dirt inside this body,
तो एक ही है,
but a young man sees as a beautiful
तीनों
object.
अलग अलग बदल नहीं गई है,
So,
लेकिन वो भाव के
same
अनुसार उसको
object
अलग दिखाई देती है।
is seen in three different ways according to the state of mind. So, the yogi will also see the young woman, but yogi will not be affected by seeing her. When Shukdev Goswami was going
ऐसा नहीं है कि उसको
and some young women were bathing in the lake, it is not that Shukdev did not see anything. It is not that they were not visible to Shukdev.
मन में कोई विचार कोई
But there was no thought or
मन जो
any vikar in his mind, because his mind was situated in equanimity.
ज्ञानी पुरुष थे,
He was a Brahmanishta Jnani, knower of the absolute.
सीधा जैसे
So he was not affected by seeing all that. As he was just going, he just went. If a dog would have gone from there and dog would have seen the young girls, would that have affected the dog? No, dog would have just moved away.
तो सुखदेव भी ऐसे ही निकलेंगे,
So Shukdev also just moved away.
निकलेगा तो तुरंत
But
उसके मन में कुछ हलचल,
if an ordinary human being moves, then then his mind will be disturbed. He will feel like seeing them, talking to them more.
का कुछ अप्रिय
So here what is explained is
कुछ
that
प्रकार की प्रतिक्रिया नहीं होती है वस्तु में,
they do not react in this way that this is favorable or unfavorable. Ajamil had also seen, he went to the forest to collect wood,
युवती
and he saw a young man and woman in half naked state,
सुखदेव ने भी देखा,
and how much his mind became affected. And Shukdev also saw.
ये आजा माने माया,
So Ajamil means this only. Aja means Maya. So he was united with Maya only.
की तरह ऊपर उड़ता है,
And Shukdev, like bird flying above,
ऊपर उड़ता है ना,
above Ragadvesh, the bird flies above. So that is Shukdev.
दोनों में यही दिखाया गया है कि किस
So this is what is shown
व्यवहार कैसा
in both, that what is the difference in behavior. On one side Ajamil, on the other side Shukdev.
हमारी इंद्रिया
So our body, our senses, our mind, our intelligence,
वस्तुओं का, संबंधों का, विचारधाराओं का, परिस्थितियों का अनुकूल
objects, human beings, situations, they affect
अगर वो
in favorable ways, unfavorable ways. If they are favorable, we like them. If they are unfavorable, we dislike them.
जो प्रिय लगती है तो उसको हम ग्रहण
And then
चाहते हैं, अप्रिय
what we like, we try to obtain that. What we don't like, we
हम अपने
dislike that. We try to stay away from that. And then what happens? We go far away from the state of equanimity. But if we remain situated in the state of equanimity, then what is favorable, what is unfavorable, we see that equally and we move ahead. So there is no vikar in us.
वर्तन थे,
We remain as the witness.
स्वान सज्जते, जो भगवान ने पहले कहा कि गुण गुणों में बरत रहे हैं,
What Bhagavan said earlier,
गुण माने विषय, तो इंद्रियां अपने विषयों में बरत रही हैं, देख रही हैं,
the senses are moving
कोई इनसे
in their
देना नहीं,
gunas,
तो उनसे
but the person sees that I have nothing to do with all this.
अब दूसरी बात यह है कि वास्तव
The other point is that actually what is favorable, what is unfavorable,
इसकी व्याख्या करना भी कठिन है,
it is difficult to explain
क्योंकि
this
ये कोई नियत नहीं है कि जो अनुकूल है वो
because it is not predetermined that what is favorable will always be favorable. What you find favorable today, tomorrow you may not find it favorable.
आध्यात्मिक मार्ग में आने से पहले हमको कितनी चीजें अनुकूल
Before coming to the spiritual path, what we used to feel favorable earlier, now we may not find it favorable. We used to eat a certain type of food, we had a certain type of lifestyle, we had a certain type of association of friends. Today we do not have interest in that. Earlier we used to like that.
को अच्छी लगती थी,
What we liked earlier,
अब वही खिलौने
found it favorable.
ये क्या है, कोई बच्चा
If those toys are given to us now, we may not like them. We'll say that am I a child?
वो भी कोई
So what is favorable is not permanent.
कोई बदलता रहता है,
Keeps changing
समय के अनुसार,
according to time,
समय परिस्थिति के अनुसार,
situations, circumstances.
आपको सुबह अच्छा लगता है वो
The food that you like in the morning, you may not like it at the night. And actually, according to Ayurveda also, and those who nowadays they are called dietitians, they will also say that don't eat this food at night, eat this food at
कुछ
this
अनुकूल
other time.
जो एक काल में
So that
जो
means
जिसमें अनुकूल है वो
what is favorable in one time during the day may not be, may be unfavorable at another time.
अनुकूल
Then according to season also, some things become favorable, unfavorable. What is favorable in the summer may be unfavorable in the winter.
अनुसार जो बचपन में
According to our situation also, in childhood what was favorable, we may find it unfavorable in the old age.
और एक ही काल में एक ही स्थान पर ही
And in the same time, same situation also,
प्रतिकूल भी हो जाती है
while eating,
और खा लो
something may become unfavorable to me. We ate sufficiently and now somebody is telling take more. So now you find it unfavorable.
क्या है
So what is favorable, what is unfavorable?
की व्याख्या करना ये
Explaining this
बहुत मुश्किल है
is very difficult.
आपके अंदर किसी वस्तु या व्यक्ति को प्राप्त करने की बहुत
You have
कामना है
a strong desire to obtain some object, some person. So you find it favorable, so you want to obtain it. But suppose now you find it is not possible to obtain this, then you will not find it favorable. You may even become envious of that.
स्त्री पुरुष युवा युवती आपस में
Man, woman,
में पड़ते हैं
they fall in love, they like each other,
फिर जब वो पास में आ जाते हैं
and then when they come close and start staying together,
कूल नहीं हो रहा है
then they do not remain favorable to each other anymore. They start fighting, then marriage breaks up, they take divorce. Now what happened? They were very favorable earlier, now you find them unfavorable. Why it happens? Because their intelligence is not stable. Here what Bhagavan is telling, stable intelligence.
देखने वाली चीज है कि
So this is also interesting.
भगवान ने मन शब्द का प्रयोग किया ये शाम साम्य हितम मन
In the previous verse, Bhagavan told about mind. Here he is talking about
कि जब आपकी बुद्धि स्थिर हो जाएगी
sthir buddhi.
मूड हो जाएंगे आपके अंदर मोह नहीं होगा संशय नहीं होगा क्योंकि बुद्धि के ये कार्य हैं संशय कौन पैदा करता है
What raises doubts? Buddhi raises doubts.
अगर कोई बिल्कुल मूर्ख
If somebody is an absolute fool, then in his mind will there be any doubt? He is like an animal. Whatever you feed him, he will eat.
आ जाते हैं
The animal, they eat the same food daily.
उनको ऐसा तो नहीं लगता कि यार
They do not think that what same food every day. I'm becoming bored.
कहते हैं ना दादा क्या है वही बना देता है
Like people say here, what this Dada he is every day cooking the same food.
तो बुद्धि ये सब करती है
So our buddhi, it raises all these issues.
विपर्यासो निश्चय स्मृति रेव च स्वापेतिच्यते बुद्धेर वृत्ति लक्षणम पृथक तो संशय पैदा करना
So raising doubt,
स्वप्न पैदा करना निश्चय करना
determination, all these are done by the buddhi.
तो संशय में क्या होता है बुद्धि
So what happens in doubt? The intelligence starts wavering. It is unable to take decision. So then you become doubtful. I should do this or do that. Should eat or not eat. I should go or not go. Because decision making is done through buddhi.
तो
And if buddhi is not stable,
हम स्वयं डामाडोल हो जाएंगे क्योंकि मन को
then we will start wavering because mind runs on buddhi.
बुद्ध परतस्तु सा भगवान ने एक तारतम्य बताया कि इंद्रिय
Bhagavan told about a taratamya.
तो अगर हमारी बुद्धि डगमगाई है तो मन तो डगमगाएगा ही
Above indriyas there is mind, and then above that there is buddhi. So if our buddhi is wavering, everything else will always obviously start wavering. It will start shaking.
मन जो है वो स्टीयरिंग की तरह है
Mind is like the steering.
जो है वो गाड़ी के पहिए हैं
The senses, they are like the wheels of the car. The driver
वो बुद्धि है
is the buddhi.
वो अगर शराब पिए हुए है
So if the driver is drunk
हाथ कांप रहे हैं
and his hands are shaking,
तो स्टीयरिंग भी कांप कांपेगा फिर,
obviously the steering will also shake,
इधर उधर चलेंगे,
the tires will also keep wavering here and there,
जाएगी।
and the car will fall into a
और
ditch.
अगर बुद्धि स्थिर है
But if the buddhi is stable, then the mind will be also stable,
राजपथ पर चलेगी।
and then your car can even run on the royal highway.
भगवान ने कहा कि स्थिर बुद्धि
That's why Bhagavan said,
ब्रह्मणि स्थित। और ये कब होता है, स्थिर बुद्धि कब होती है?
and when the buddhi becomes stable, when you are Brahmavit, meaning you have experienced Brahma.
क्योंकि जब आपको
Because when
आत्मा का भगवान का साक्षात्कार हो जाता है,
when you experience Bhagavan, Atma, then all your doubts are driven away.
सर्व संशया क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि दृष्ट्वा आत्मनि ईश्वर। तो फिर आपके कर्म समाप्त हो जाते हैं।
Then your karma is destroyed, doubts are dispelled, and the knot of the heart is cut.
आत्मा को, शरीर को हम अपना आत्मा समझ रहे थे,
Meaning we were considering the
क्योंकि अभी आपको
body to be ourselves. All that is finished. Now you
अपने
understand, you realize who you are, you experience your swarupa. Then there is no doubt,
ब्रह्मणि स्थित
there is no delusion anymore. That is what it means here, that you become situated in Brahma.
उनका बुद्धि, उनका
So their mind, the buddhi, the chitta,
कपाते नहीं है विषय को देखकर।
it does not shake or waver seeing the vishayas, the objects. Now what happens? We become disturbed seeing the sense objects. So
करने वाला जो
now what is happening? We do not have control over our mind and intelligence. Like you have a, let's say, a remote control. So from far and you control that equipment through the remote.
कार में है,
Similarly,
कंट्रोल करने वाला हमारे हाथ में ना होके विषयों में पड़ा हुआ है।
the controller is lying with the sense objects, not in our hands.
तो बोल दिया
So somebody, let's say, praises you
कि आप तो बहुत सुंदर हैं,
that you are very beautiful.
और आप भी सुंदर नहीं है, तो मैं कह दिया आपकी शर्ट तो बहुत बढ़िया, कहाँ से
What to speak about your beauty? If he just praises the shirt that you are wearing,
और किसी ने एक
then you become happy.
गाली दे दी, एक आप
And if somebody criticizes you, spoke something wrong,
हम दूसरों
and you start wavering, so we become disturbed by others' words. What is that word?
तरंग है, आप
That word is just a vibration in the akasha,
अपना गहरा चोट करते
nothing else. But then how deeply it affects your heart,
कि हमको पूरा हिला देती है,
that you completely shake.
हमारा चित्त सब कुछ कांपने लगता है।
Our mind, our buddhi, our chitta, everything starts shaking. And if we become angry, even our body starts shaking.
मतलब हमारे
So what it means is that
चित्त का नियंत्रण
our body, mind, chitta, it is not in our control. The control has been given to something else. When others praise us,
आने लगते हैं,
then we start shaking in one way. And when they criticize us, then we start shaking in another way.
ना करे निंदा
And if somebody does not praise or criticize, then also we keep wavering that he is not even paying attention to me. He did not even say a hello to me.
ने मेरे को हरि बोल नहीं बोला।
That also disturbs us. He did not even tell me Hari Bol on seeing me.
तो हम अपने आप में स्थित नहीं है,
So we are not situated in our Swarupa, and
हम उद्वेलित हो जाते हैं।
we become disturbed at small
तो फिर
petty matters.
ऐसी मन बुद्धि चित्त से हम भगवान को कैसे प्राप्त कर सकते
So then with such a state of mind, intelligence, chitta, how can we attain Bhagavan? Bhagavan is sthira, stable, and we are becoming unstable by these objects, these situations. Then how can we attain that is stable?
हैं? अपनी बुद्धि को स्थिर करना है,
And actually, if we want to make our buddhi stable, sthira, then
नहीं लगाना पड़ेगा,
we have to engage our buddhi in that which is already sthira, stable. As long as our mind, intelligence, ahankara is implicated in all these sense objects, it will remain unstable, because everything in this world is unstable. The human beings, the objects, the actions, the objects. So if we remain attached to all this, then we will remain unstable.
इस श्लोक में जो स्थिर बुद्धि
That is why in this verse, the sthira buddhi word that is used here,
ऐसा ही अर्थ किया है।
Sri Ramanujacharya ji has explained like this only.
स्थिर बुद्धि ऐसा अर्थ उन्होंने किया है। स्थिर शब्द का अर्थ उन्होंने आत्मा किया है।
He has taken the meaning of sthira to be Atma, because those whose buddhi is situated in the Atma, they are sthira buddhi, people of stable intelligence. Meaning,
इसमें नहीं लगेगी
unless our buddhi, our intelligence is
जितने भी वस्तु
situated in Atma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, then it will keep wavering, because everything outside is wavering only. It is not stable. Because when you are moving in the, let's say, a vehicle, in a car, so you are also moving along with the car. So if we
हो जाएंगे।
keep our intelligence situated on some unstable object, intelligence will also be unstable.
इसलिए भगवान गीता में क्या कहते हैं, मय्ये
That's why what does Bhagavan say in the Gita?
निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अतो ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः। कहते हैं अपना मन मेरे में लगाओ अपनी।
Bhagavan says that you engage your mind in me, then you will become sthira, stable. There is no doubt in this.
तो इसलिए फिर क्या होगा जब आपकी बुद्धि भगवान में लग जाएगी?
Then what will happen when your buddhi will be engaged in Bhagavan? Then these situations, the vishayas, they will keep coming, going.
आपका उद्देश्य उनसे पूरा नहीं हो रहा है, तो आपके जीवन के पुरुषार्थ नहीं है।
Those objects, you will realize that they are not helping you in your goal of life, that they are not your purushartha. So you will remain stable. That is what Bhagavan is explaining here,
प्रकार से
that how
हम स्थिर अवस्था को प्राप्त करें।
we can be situated in the state of equanimity, stability. Now here a counter argument can be raised, and that is that let's say there is some person
की अवस्था में
who he is in the state of murcha
अवस्था में है,
or sushupti,
तो उसकी तो बुद्धि स्थिर रहती है नहीं रहती?
so his intelligence is stable,
नहीं, क्योंकि अब बाहर से तो उसको कुछ मिल नहीं रहा है।
meaning is murcha, that is in an unconscious state, or sushupti, deep sleep.
स्थिर है, वो स्वप्न भी नहीं
So
देखता है।
he is in sushupti, he doesn't even dream.
स्वप्न अवस्था के ऊपर वाली अवस्था,
Sushupti means the state which is above the state of dream.
जागृत
We have three states: the waking stage, the dreaming stage, and the state of deep sleep. So in wakeful and dreaming state, mind and intelligence are continuously active, but in the state of sushupti, deep sleep, they are not active. So does that person become Brahmavit, situated in Brahma?
नहीं है, सम्मोह
No,
है।
he is deluded.
इसलिए ये शब्द बहुत महत्वपूर्ण दिया।
That's why this word is very important. Sthira buddhi asammudha.
बच्चा भी हो सकता
Otherwise, even a child can be of stable intelligence.
क्या है,
A small child, you can say his intelligence is stable, because anyway he is not doing anything, his mind is stable. Even animals, birds can be of stable intelligence, but they are deluded.
यहाँ पर ये शब्द महत्वपूर्ण है जो भगवान
That's why this word is very important.
तो
As Bhagavan said,
वो अब मोहित अवस्था में नहीं है, वो अपने शरीर या शरीर संबंधी वस्तुओं को अपना नहीं मानता है।
he doesn't consider the body and the objects related to the body to be his own.
मेरा मानना, शरीर संबंधित वस्तुओं को मेरा मानना, यही मोह के कारण है।
So considering body to be ours, objects related to the body to be ours, this is the cause of delusion.
ब्रह्मैव भवति,
But the person who is Brahmavit,
तो वो अभी असम्मूढ़ है।
he is not deluded.
पहले भी भगवान ने कहा था,
That's why earlier also Bhagavan said,
नैनम प्राप्ते विमुह्यति स्थित्वा स्यामंत कालेपि ब्रह्म निर्वाणम रिच्छति। उन्होंने कहा था कि हे पार्थ, हे अर्जुन,
earlier also he had said that, O Partha, O Arjuna, this is this Brahmi state, meaning that person is situated in Brahma, and then he is not deluded,
तो क्योंकि मोह का कारण जो है वो
because the cause of moha, that is raga dvesh,
ध्याय तो विषय
attachment and aversion.
उपजायते संगात संजायते काम कामात् क्रोधो विजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोह। तो वहाँ सम्मोह होता है विषयों के कारण।
So there you become deluded due to the vishayas, sense objects.
उसके लिए कोई
But the person who is situated in Brahma, he has no moha.
एकत्वम अनुपश्यत, जिसकी ब्रह्म दृष्टि है, एकत्व में
One who has the drishti of Brahma,
उसको किस चीज से
ekatva means situated in equanimity, then what will delude him? So he is not elated when he gets what is favorable, and he is not disturbed when he gets what is unfavorable. So this is what we should practice. That person, he is a siddha, he does not fall in this delusion, but we have to practice this. We have to keep our intelligence fixed up, stable, and that is only possible when we engage our mind and intelligence in the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Our body, our senses, our speech, we engage them in the seva of Bhagavan. Then they will become stable.
तो आज का प्रवचन ही समाप्त कर
So we will stop here for today. If you have any question, you can ask.
महाराज जी, अन्य रूप शब्द का क्या मतलब है?
अन्यथा रूप मतलब दूसरे
Anyatha Rupa, what does it mean? Anyatha Rupa means to be situated in, means another something different from Swarupa, like body.
और कोई प्रश्न? ठीक है.
You said that the child state of mind is like peaceful because there are not vasana coming up. Now I want to relate that with the fact that the state of mind when we leave the body gives us the next birth. So then all this quantity of samskaras of the current life, they are still there in the child. But
Yeah, they are not activated.
they are not activated. Okay, because also I heard from you that you said that the child is very fixed.
क्योंकि उसको कुछ विकरार करने के लिए कुछ मसाला होना चाहिए ना, वो है नहीं.
Because the child doesn't have that any
उसको ऐसे
masala. What should we do? You have to understand in this way that suppose nowadays
प्रचलित है
there is a very popular widespread disease of dementia. It happens in the old age. So
गहरा डिमेंशिया हो गया है,
one who has very serious dementia, his mind
स्थिर रहता है, कुछ ज्यादा
is stable.
लगता है अपने
It doesn't become affected. He eats and sleeps.
लेकिन इसका ऐसा तो नहीं है कि वो संस्कार
But that does not mean that the samskaras, vasanas are not there within.
उपलब्ध नहीं हो रही हैं,
But they are not connecting with him.
उनको निष्क्रिय कर दिया.
Or you can say that they are currently in a inactive state.
तो स्मृति और क्या होती है? जैसे हम
So what else is memory?
मित्र का ही नाम भूल
Like suppose we forget the name of our friend sometimes, we say that, oh, I'm not able to recall, meaning the samskara is there, but we will remember at some other time. But currently our buddhi is not able to catch
तो डिमेंशिया में
that samskara. So in dementia, that becomes your permanent state, that whatever old experiences you have, the buddhi is not able to connect with that. It is not able to catch it.
पकड़ पाते तो उनको याद नहीं रहता, तो इसलिए उनसे कोई निश्चिंत रहते हैं, विचलित
So the person under dementia, he appears very
विचार ही नहीं आता.
happy, unaffected.
तो बच्चा इसी प्रकार से रहता है.
Child is also like this only. In one way, you can think like this. The state of dementia.
पूर्व जन्म में जो भी उसने किया था वो,
Whatever he had done in the previous life, he doesn't remember that.
क्योंकि जब आपका जन्म होता है तो जितने भी आपके कर्म होते हैं,
Because when you are born, whatever karmas are there, Sanchit, the entire stock, from that some karma is taken and given to you in this life. That is prarabdha.
उनको देख नहीं सकते हैं.
Remaining, you cannot see that. You do not have any reach there.
तो जिस प्रकार से आपका कर्म जो है वो फल देगा,
So, just like your karma gives phala, result in this life, in that way, the vasanas, they will keep getting activated.
करने की
The child doesn't have the capability to do anything, even if there is a thought, what is the use of that?
चल नहीं सकते, बोल नहीं सकते,
If you cannot walk, you cannot speak, you cannot do anything, as you grow up, there will be vasanas.
जब युवा होता है।
पुरुषोत्तम जी कृपया अपना प्रश्न पूछें।
आपने बताया विकार की बात है, ये विकार बहुत प्रयास करने पर भी वो आते ही
You
रहते
told
हैं।
about vikara, so even if after working so hard, vikaras keep coming in, so what is the solution? So answer, solution is that
वस्तु में
when
मन एक प्रकार से आसक्त हो जाता है,
our mind becomes attached to something,
वैराग्य हो जाता है।
then it becomes renounced from other things.
जैसे मानो
For example,
साधारण युवा है, वो इधर उधर
an ordinary young person, he is seeing everything, so many things going on, he is having thoughts. But when he becomes attached to a young girl, he becomes attracted, then his entire thought process moves around her only. Then other thoughts do not
इसलिए
affect him. So here also,
जी कहते हैं आदो
as Sri Rupa Goswami says,
साधु संगत भजन क्रिया तत्व निष्ठा रुचि स्तत। तो रुचि आसक्ति जब होती है,
when there is ruchi, asakti, then mind does not go anywhere else. Or what Bhagavan said in Gita,
निवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनि रसवर्जम रसोप्यस्य परम दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते। परम दृष्ट्वा का मतलब जो आपको थोड़ा अनुभव हो जाता है, तो
Param Drishtva means when you have other experiences also,
कारण क्या है कि
then you give up the lower thing.
वो कुछ
So why does it happen? Because our mind needs happiness, ananda.
इसलिए वो स्वतः ही आकर्षित होता है
That's why it naturally becomes attracted to these things
की संभावना है, जिनसे
from which there is possibility of getting ananda, or those they have given us ananda earlier.
बना हुआ है कि
So then that swabhav is there. We think about that, we want to obtain that. As I said earlier, our life works on this track of raga dvesh only.
को बदलना है।
So we have to change that
भगवान कहते
vishaya.
हैं मन आदर्श मई बुद्धि निवेश है, और वो कहते हैं अगर ये नहीं कर सकते हो
And Bhagavan says, if you cannot do this, then you should practice.
तो सी तो अभ्यास नहीं कर सकते तो मेरे लिए कर्म करो।
If you cannot practice, then you do karma for me. So this is the method. There is no other method.
ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे catch
So it seems as if it is we are in a catch-22 situation.
on the first and looks like it's a cycle.
नहीं, उसमें कैश 20 नहीं है, फर्स्ट तो
No, there is no catch-22. First is already there.
हमारे पास है।
First is already there with us. We have attachment to the sense objects. We have aversion towards others. That is already there. So we have to get rid of that
तो इसमें कैश 22
and get the other one. So then how can you say it is catch-22?
आपने बताया कि माँ का अर्थ लक्ष्मी भी होता है।
Question, you said that moha means Lakshmi also.
Explanation है कि ये
Is there any explanation for this? So you see the kosha, what other explanation should I give?
मांग माने जो सब चीज को नापते हैं,
Mang dhatu mane, it measures everything.
उमा शब्द सुना आपने? उमा, उमा पार्वती का नाम है भी तो
Like there is Uma, Uma is Parvati, that is also from Ma.
इसको नापती है।
सब जगह
So how
व्याप्त
does
है।
Lakshmi measure this? So Lakshmi, she is everywhere.
ठीक है, चलो प्रार्थना श्लोक। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपाल नंदनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महात् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्र गीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मंत्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेता यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम् यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिर्ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांघ्रये। भवे भवे यथा भक्तिः पादयोस्तव जायते तथा कुरुष्व देवेश नाथस्त्वं नो यतः प्रभो। नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपापप्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनस्तं नमामि हरिं परम्। हरि ओम तत्सत्।